Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here to bring a monthly message for the sign of Scorpio for December 2019. So keep in mind it is general and time is fluid, so we may be picking up on a situation from now, something that's trickling into your energy system, a past situation or a past life situation. So take what you feel resonates with your soul, disregard or toss the rest, go about your day, and know that no matter what the cards say, no matter what spirit gives us today, it's still up to you guys, your active free will. And that means that in the choices you make and the steps you take to get the fulfillment that you would like to see in the world, right? What is your grassroots evolution? What can you do? What can you start today? And what movement forward can you make on your own? So this month for December, I am also giving away some free email readings. So for any of you guys who have a desire for a reading, you may not have the money, or you're just not sure whether you'd like to invest that much, or you want to help me out and give me a little bit of practice, send me an email at grassrootsevolution@gmail.com. Tell me a little bit about yourself. If there's a situation you'd like me to look into a little bit more, we can do that, or we can just ask for messages from Spirit for your highest good and what Spirit feels like you should know at this time. So again, it's grassrootsevolution@gmail.com. I will put a link, or not a link, but I'll put it in the description box as well, and I would love to hear from you guys. So that's my gift to you guys for the month of December. So I'm also, that's it. Okay. For all my subscribers, thank you for being here. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for continuing to be here. It means the world to me. And guys, at the end, if you're new, if you feel this message is for you, please feel free and subscribe and join the journey with me. Let me encounter your energy more often. It's wonderful, wonderful to be able to do this, and I truly love making these videos. So let's call in Archangel Michael, my team of light, and Spirit in general. Any spirit guides that are here for our highest good, as well as, got a few out, Archangel Gabriel. So we have ancestors at the bottom. I'm going to ask my team of light to jump in as well to guide, guard, bless, and protect this reading. Myself, you guys, and anyone who would ask for your angels and guides in your life, guys, just ask that they're here for your highest good, and delivering messages in the clearest form possible. And I'm hoping they deliver the messages here in the clearest form possible as well. There is something new starting. So it could be something looking forward to the spring, but I'm feeling like there could be perspective changes is what I'm hearing. That as we change our perspective, rebirth happens. So not clinging so tightly on old ways of thinking because they're not allowing growth, allowing new ways of thinking, and seeing that in the reality and larger grand scheme of everything, sometimes smaller, more minute issues that may really bother us. If we take a step back and say, whoa, in the grand scheme of this, is this a large one? Is this more trivial? Am I blowing this out of proportion? Is someone else blowing the situation out of proportion? How can I see this situation differently than maybe I would in the past? And that moment where we choose to see a situation differently, how we can move forward and make changes in our life, that, my dears, that's rebirth. So they want me to also show you this one, this Generations, and under it was Vulnerability. And this is out of the Earth Magic Oracle by Stephen Farmer. There could have been stuff or ways of thinkings kind of passed down lines, right? Passed down lines of what I'm hearing is while being respectful of also these people as well and those that have come before you. But some of this may be even looking at what is productive. Some people may see, for example, staying home doing videos, that may not be productive. Because for other people, that's not their definition of what productiveness means. It may be that to be productive and to be successful, I have to accomplish all of these things, or we need to do all of these different things and make money. People's ways of thinking in the old ways as well, sometimes those perspectives were educated by belief systems that no longer exist today, no longer really could even apply today, but as well as we're living in a much more free society. And I know that I say that generalized. Some of us are not living in free places. Some of us don't feel free in our day-to-day actions. I have vulnerability here and breathe. When we are being vulnerable with ourselves, and this could even come in, I heard open lines of communication from people from your past, about your past, learning as well about your ancestral lineage. And sometimes this ancestral lineage, this can also be tied to past life experiences, is what I'm hearing, where a lot of the times our ancestors, we've lived with them before. We have karma with them, and they may have played different parts in our lives along our lives, but there's important lessons to be learned. And as we start to remove ourselves from the mold of what other people or passed down generations have told us on how to think, on how to feel, and sometimes even some of this stuff is your vulnerableness and your openness and your kindness or your feelings, right? Honoring our feelings. An old way of looking at things would be, if we dwell too long or we look at our feelings, that's something negative on us. And I feel like changing that kind of rhetoric, I guess, on this just stop your whining, suck it up kind of stuff, when we can change it and say, I'm not whining, I'm trying to speak, I'm trying to explain myself, I have feelings, I have vulnerable feelings, and it's perfectly safe for me to express this. I feel like some of that is what this is. We have fire and passion at the bottom, and it's like, if there's things that you're not expressing yourself fully, or you're not going after your passion fully, because of what other people may have thought, or in the past, again, because it's not traditionally something that your ancestors would have wanted for you. I'm feeling like what I heard is, this is a new earth, baby. Things are changing, and we're changing templates even to what success means and how we go about being successful. For some of you, what I heard is the means of production. Creation is at the bottom, and the last one I want to show you, but they have new moon here. The means of production, any of you guys interested in our Marxist Karl Marx, discussing how, you know, the bourgeois and the capitalist class make money on us, right? And that they hold the means of production. They're the ones that produce the goods and services we need. Therefore, we have some sort of tie attached to them. We need them as much as they need us. But it's kind of like the system of exploitation. If you can create on your own, in your own space, in your own I heard mental space as well. When we shift our perspectives to see that to be successful, I don't need to go up there. I don't need to do all these things that someone else has told me. I don't need to follow this traditional route. I can do it on my own. Grassroots evolution, baby, step by step. So this is something like, for example, anyone interested in tarot, right? Reading tarot. There's a lot of tarot readers. There's a lot of oracle readers, right? There's a lot of people on YouTube, and that's where you guys are watching me, so I'll use that medium. What does it take? A camera or a phone, an internet connection, a pack of cards, and you. These basic ingredients to build. And I feel like for you guys, whatever this is, this perspective to see that it doesn't have to be outside of you, you can take these steps and really empower yourself and motivate yourself. What I heard is to win, okay, to bring in new promise, and this is rebirth. The blue around here, I hear truth and innocence as well. Like, again, you're not going to be doing all the same hard work that may have had to been put in by your ancestors to get to this point, because we are living in such a technological age that things have changed. And things have changed even from 2 generations back. Some of our grandparents are struggling to learn technology, struggling to learn new ways, and struggling to change those perspectives. And some of them as well, this is the messages that I'm getting, guys, some of them may be off-put by your vulnerability and your ability to express yourself, but don't let that stop your passion. Don't let that stop you from speaking and creating and really being in this kind of new earth energy, where you know that everything is at the tip of your fingertips, right? Energy is infinite, and what we put our energy into and our positive intention and vibes into, I heard spirit delivers abundance. And to not hold on so tightly to what we think this abundance should or could look like, okay? So I'm going to ask a message from the Animal Wisdom Tarot for Scorpio, December 2019, please, Spirit. I'm being shown 2 cards of flipped coming out, but I also heard a message when I was, shuffling to get ready for this. And that message was staying connected through the heart. So even though as well, sometimes when there's a disconnect in thoughts or feelings or even understandings between people, staying connected through our heart, opening and keeping our heart chakra and our those centers open, coming from vulnerability, choosing that if there's been blockages with ancestors or with family members in the past as well, of showing vulnerability and showing openness and being gentle and loving, these kinds of things, it's time really to shift those perspectives and know that everything we do, keep it connected through the heart. So we're acting out of love, and if we're experiencing interactions with others, regardless of maybe they're not so pleasant, in those experiences, see those people with love and their actions as an expression of themselves and how they're feeling about themselves, and sort of detach. It may hurt, right? Feel the feelings that was attached to any of this, but detach, because rebirth time, it is time to change that perspective and say, regardless of, these are the two cards we got, okay? The Five of Swords and the Four of Fossils. Building and keeping to yourself, or trying to build an empire, but there may be competition or squabbles is what I heard, or even competition of resources. That's also the kind of thing that this generation will